August 9th, 2019, I uploaded my first how to make Iron Man suit 3D printing cosplay video, and this title has changed so much for SEO purposes, it's criminal. And for anybody wondering, I made $459 off of this video over 6 years. I know, I'm rolling in it. Anyway, since I started that video and making this suit and posting online, I have made a lot of stuff, props, cosplay, another Iron Man suit, and we've gone over so many different 3D printers. But there's always been one thing that's just been nagging at me. I got into this hobby to make this Iron Man suit because the Mark 85 is my favorite Iron Man suit. It's tattooed on me. But the fact of the matter is, this suit sucks, and I've already gone over it in another video, and it's been beat to death on why this suit just doesn't work anymore, and I need a new one. So if you're watching this video and you've already read the title, you already know why we're here. We're finally doing it, guys. We're making a new Mark 85, so buckle up. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Frank and we're finally doing it. I knew if I didn't just start this video series, I never was going to. I was putting it off, I was scared, I wanted it to be perfect, I wanted it to be ready, and then I started to remember the original videos I started on both of these Iron Man suits were never perfect. They were never amazing, they had their flaws. So, you know what? This video series is gonna be a little bit more like that too. I need to start it, I need to start putting it out there, and I am so excited to share this with you. Now, in this intro video, I want it to be short and simple because I just want to explain and cover what I'm gonna be doing over this entire video series, which each video is going to kind of cover. I don't want it to be as much of a vlog style update video that the original series was. I want this to be more episodic, where video 2 is gonna talk about the 3D scaling and the 3D armor, or video 5 is gonna talk about the painting or whatever. That's actually not what they are. They're gonna be listed here in a second, but I want it to be a more structured video series where I'm showing you each step bit by bit. So if you need to go back and refer to anything, it's all in that one video, or at least most of it is. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is my favorite Iron Man suit, the Mark 85. I love it. I love everything about it, the paint, the scheme, the scale, all of it. So if I'm going to make an ultimate suit, it is going to be this one. I just love this thing. But what's awesome about this build series 6 years later is I'm not going into this alone. I don't need to go off with just the things I've learned and experienced. The entire Iron Man cosplayer community has come so far, not even just with 3D printing technology, but with urethane casting and electronics and paints. There is so much more available now in this hobby to make things like this come to life so much quicker. For example, this raw 3D print was done in a draft quality in a matter of hours on the lowest settings that one of my printers can do. And the quality of it is still better than anything that was produced on my original machines for either of these suits. The amount of post-processing I had to do on both of these was criminal. And just the standard quality, the low quality on 3D printers nowadays far exceeds anything these suits saw. Not to mention things like Crashworks 3D, who are obsessed with the electronics of Iron Man suits and making it more readily available to you guys. Or websites like Wireframe 3D, which house some of the absolute best 3D model artists I've ever seen. That's not even just talking about Iron Man cosplay. And the absolute cavalcade of other Iron Man cosplayers who have all iterated and designed and done different things on their suits, a lot of which I'm friends with, and we all share our tips and tricks with each other. And it's amazing to see that community be built up, and now I get to use all of that knowledge in a pool and just build the best suit I can. And I am stoked. So what should you guys be expecting from this video series? Let's actually go over the working titles I have for the episodes I want to put out there and what each of them is going to kind of encompass. The video after this one, whenever I get around to actually posting it, is going to be about the 3D files. And we're not just going to be talking about the 3D files I'm using for my suit. I do want to actually go over the different variants of the Mark 85. The original DO3D files that I use, the Johan 3D ones, the Joe Props 3D ones, the Nico ones, the original Vec files, and ultimately the suit I'm going to be using, the brand new Vec 3D Walsh 3D collaboration suit. And I'm going to better explain why that suit is just, at the time of recording this video, the ultimate cosplay Iron Man suit, or like the best one that I've been able to stumble across. And there's very particular important reasons to that, but we'll talk about that in video 2. Video 3 is gonna be about 3D scanning myself for the proportions and scaling the armor and different tips and tricks on how I'm gonna get the files we chose, the Walsh Vec ones, to fit me properly and how I'm gonna exactly approach that. So it doesn't matter what suit you're actually building or really what Iron Man suit you're building. It could be for anything. You'll learn in that video how to better scale using things like Blender to shrink wrap armor to fit you better. I think it's like wire mesh reframing or something. It's really cool stuff. Video 4 is going to be about the materials I'm using and the materials I have used and will use in the future. I did recently do a video kind of testing different properties and strengths of different 3D printed plastics. You guys might remember that. That was all to serve this purpose of making my new Iron Man suit. So in that video, we're going to cover things like PLA and why it is a very good option for making cosplay. We're going to talk about PETG and PAHT and nylon and PPA and whatever. We're going to go over all of it. We're going to test some different ways to post-process things because not all of these plastics are built the same and some of them might not be able to take spray paints and certain things that we're going to use. So in that video, we're going to talk about the materials we're going to use and ultimately which material I'm going to land on, which, I mean, spoiler alert, I think you guys already know if you saw the other video. Video 5, I actually have a little bit of a jump start on. You guys saw before I was wearing part of the armor. These are test prints. I'm approaching this suit very differently than last time, where I'm going to be printing out full bits of the armor to just test and scale. So that entire video is going to be dedicated to the test prints, test rings. It's going to relate more to the 3D scaling as well, but now we're actually getting physical stuff to fit us. We're going to be talking about the fitment, the joints, how you want things to sit and lay, and how to actually attach it to your body. Video 6 is going to be adjustments and revisions. Once everything's scaled, once everything's printed, and once I can wear everything comfortably, then we're gonna start looking at those little extra bits. Maybe I want a little bit more motion in my shoulder. I wanna be able to actually like do this with my hand or use stairs or run or do jumping jack. I wanna talk about doing the revisions after you print it. Is it better to go and just chop up the plastic and hack it apart, or do you go and edit the 3D model and reprint it? So we're gonna be doing a lot of revisions to this suit to make it just that much more flexible and mobile, and what things I might have to reprint in flexibles or urethane cast. That's the time to figure it out. Episode 7 is going to be about the electronics. That's going to be about what's going into the new suits. I'm still a pretty big noob when it comes to the electronics of Iron Man suits with motorization and automation. I have people like Crashworks 3D helping me with a lot of that, but we're going to dive in a lot more in this series on different things, servos, flaps, lights, different sequences. I have some really cool plans for this suit in order to just make it a better quality of life Iron Man suit that just operates and feels more natural, like you're actually in one of Iron Man's armor. So yeah, that's gonna be a really fun video. I already have a lot of plans for that. Now, I wasn't sure about splitting up episodes 8 and 9, and what I have planned for those are the actual post-processing and painting. I'm finally going to practice what I preach. I've said it in videos before. Print the suit, fit the suit, do the electronics, work out all of your bugs, Make sure you can stand in it, walk in it, take it on and off, whatever, transport it, and then paint it. Do not paint it first. You're just gonna scratch it up. So once everything is done in the suit, it works, it's great, I'm happy, I can run down the street, then we're gonna start talking about post-processing painting it, which we would have already dabbled a little bit with the material testing, but video 8 is gonna be the post-processing and smoothing, different methods to get the prints nice and smooth and sanding them and maybe ABS smoothing or vapor smoothing, some other types of materials. We're just gonna get the suit sanded and smooth while preserving all of the intricate details. And then video 9 is gonna be the actual painting. This is where I'm really gonna go hard on this suit, guys. We're not using spray paints anymore. I mean, we're still using spray paints. I'm not getting rid of them in my videos. I love being able to do stuff like this with spray paint. It's sick. But everything mostly up to this point on my channel has been on a budget for you guys. I'm using the stuff that I know you guys are going to be using, the rattle cans, the spray paints, the stuff you get at Walmart and Home Depot. For this suit, I'm going all out as best I can with the paint. HVLP guns, professional automotive sprayers, the 2K clear coats. I am doing the whole 9 on this suit. I want this paint job to just be amazing. And I think that's going to require a different video than just sanding and smoothing. And video 10, I have no idea. And I have no idea if all of these videos are gonna follow that exact order. That is the plan right now, but as you guys know, plans change, but I'm gonna do my best to stay beholden to that kind of schedule and making those types of videos. Guys, I could literally sit here and just ramble for the next couple hours about how excited I am about this and the plans I have and blah, 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 but that's what the video series is for. I am just super excited to actually get this started and start sharing this with you guys. I'm gonna ask a couple different things through this series that I'm not usually plugging in my videos and stuff. I'm gonna ask you guys to share these videos more often with people who are getting into cosplay, probably starting their Iron Man suits. I'm not just gonna be talking about the things I'm doing to my suit. Like I said, I will be going over other materials, other painting methods, other post-processing, other electronics. I wanna give you guys alternatives and I'm just going to be more highlighting the stuff I'm going to be using, but I want to also reiterate on some of the stuff I've used in the past, or just cheaper options for you guys. There's also going to be stuff about this suit on my Patreon, more like vlog style updates that aren't structured to the normal video format, but just day by day stuff that I might be doing with it. If you guys want to stay more updated like that, definitely please go check out my Patreon, but the information will eventually end up in the video, so I'm not trying to gatekeep or hide anything behind a paywall. It's just going to be a lot more informal on Patreon as I chug away at the suit and make a lot of mistakes. And lastly, guys, in this video particularly, leave comments down below, questions. I want to know what you want covered, your actual questions about the Iron Man suits, the things that I might have forgot to mention when building both of these. We're going to be talking about everything that I think we should be talking about, but I want to know what you guys want more particular information on. You know I read all the comments, so just drop them down below and I'll browse through them and see, and they'll end up in future videos. And I don't know, do you guys want shout outs? Do you want me to shout out your name, put the comment on, and be like, oh my God, this person said that? Are you guys into that? Let me know. Cool. And finally, obviously, make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow this video series. That's why I laid out all the episodes that I'm going to be putting out. This way, you guys, if you're really curious about scaling, you're really curious about the paint, you know when to look forward to that. Now, these are not going to be a month-to-month, week-to-week, day-to-day release. I am not sure when video 2 is coming out. I will get it out as soon as possible, but I am not rushing this suit. If I hold myself to 1 a month, I'm going to cut a corner somewhere. I will get the videos out as I have the material to get the video out. The first 4 or 5 are going to be pretty quick because it's stuff I've already done. But as we go into the printing, fitting, scaling, testing, running down the street, and painting, that's going to take a little bit more time. So those videos might stretch out a little bit more. I promise they won't take 3 or 4 years like this Mark 85 or however long Star Boost took, but I will do my best, but I'm not rushing it for content's sake. I want this suit to be perfect. But with all that said, I'm sure I've already gone past the 8 minutes I wanted to keep this video down to. This is, like I said before, I'm excited, guys, and it's all because of you. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a good day.